You joined me some hours later. I got all set up this morning and I thought, well, I'll beat the weather. I was wrong. And after I got all set up, rain came in. Now it's just windy. Windy and about 72. But it's beautiful out here. It's great. So I was this morning had the pleasure of smoking a Perdomo Lot 23, again courtesy of my friends at Ember Cigar Lounge, and I got to show off my new Cold Python, courtesy of my friends at White River Firearms. You can check both of those out. Get your Googles going, and you'll find them. And I'm also enjoying some Death Wish Coffee Co. Blued and Berried. Now I told you a while back this was a flavored coffee. We started out with Texas pecan, right? Which is a flavored coffee, but it's different end of the spectrum. It's more a savory coffee, right? Where Blued and Berried is a sweeter coffee. And today I just brewed it like I normally would, drip. Um, but I've never done Blued and Berried either as a cowboy coffee, or the percolator. So kind of excited in April to try both of those. Uh, but for today, it's a drip coffee, so I'm just giving you what I get out of it. They say it's blueberry vanilla. I get blueberry vanilla, but there's some sweetness and a little bit of tartness to it, and I think that's really fantastic. And I did have to brew another pot of it. Uh, I brewed a pot for this morning, and that pot's gone. So here we are from pot number two, right? And this wind is going to do its best to beat me, but I'm gonna stick it out. So wow, harsh. What I've got down here that you can't see is I just have one of my old phones. It's just a screen that so I can see what you're seeing, right? And the wind is blowing strong enough to knock it over. But that's all right. We'll keep on going. So I like Death Wish Coffee Co. an awful lot. They've got a vanilla caramel that's extremely good, but by far Blue and Berry is my favorite, and it's my favorite weekend coffee. It's something a little special for the weekend, and I'll usually stick with Texas pecan during the week, or the third coffee we're going to talk about, which won't be until May. But Blue and Berry has become my favorite weekend coffee. I look forward to it. And I think it is because it has a little bit of sweetness. You get the little bit of tart to the blueberry too, but it's not harsh. Texas pecan can be a little harsh, right? Because nutty flavored coffees could just be kind of a little harsh in general, and that's okay. That's kind of what the week is for me, Monday through Friday, right? It's a little harsh, but this kind of lightens it up for the weekend. I really enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. Right now, I'm smoking a little Monte Cristo cigarillo. These are pretty good. These are good when you just want like a 5 or 10 minute smoke, and every once in a while, that's what I'm looking for is good 5 or 10 minute smoke. So here at Thorpe Creek. So I'm going to talk to you about an event that is happening in the future, but when I'm talking to you, it will have happened in the past. Who said you can't time travel? I think I just proved it. We've done a lot of work out here this week, rebuilding our berms. We brought in fresh dirt for the berms, raised the berms back up. Over time, we experienced some erosion on those berms. So we bring in fresh topsoil to cover it over, raise it up every spring. And we've done that right before our upcoming league shoot. And yeah, little leaf delivery. And we've got those berms built back up because we have our 15-point league shoot this weekend. The 15-point league is just a ton of fun. It's open to only to members only, right? So you got to get a membership, got to be a member to participate. But it's very similar to a competitive, a competitive, a competitive setup, kind of like IDPA or USPSA. But if you just enjoy, working with a pistol, it's a lot of fun. This is very introductory. It's very much for novices, but anybody that just enjoys pistol shooting can have a lot of fun with it. We do 9 stages over the weekend. Scoring's very similar to USPSA, but it doesn't take a big, and you don't have to have thousands of dollars of equipment. You could come out here and shoot this with your off the shelf, whatever, Beretta 92, right? Semi automatic, 9mm. Your 1911, right? So you can shoot this particular course of fire, and you're going to be competitive. You can get a basic holster, a good quality belt, a couple some mags, a little bit of mag protection, a little bit of uh, of ammo. The whole weekend we shoot maybe 100, 120 rounds. But it's just a lot of fun. And it's a very low key environment, and we really enjoy it. Now, having said that, over this weekend, there's been a lot of talk, and it might come to fruition this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. But there's a group talking about going ahead and doing an affiliation with USPSA and having some matches out here. And we probably do mostly classifiers, which are um, smaller stages, a little easier to maintain, manage, and set up. And that's okay. But classifiers are really important for USPSA. And we might start running that year. We'll see. I mean, we're gonna have to put a group together to decide if that's something that we want to do, and because it does take participation. Participation is a big part of that. So that's something that's going on here this weekend. Other big news. Travel on. Relief. Other big news is that we got confirmation today that our Wobblebird clay machine is on a truck and it's headed for Missouri. So we're actually a little bit ahead of schedule on that. We weren't expecting it for a couple of weeks, but it's on its way, and we hope to have that set up sometime in April. That's the goal. So so today we're gonna have now we've talked about cigars. We've talked a little bit about the range. We've had some coffee, some good coffee. A little pause for effects on the wind there, right? We've had some good coffee, and as is kind of the custom on the show here, uh, we're gonna have a little conversation. But today we're gonna read social media comments, and you know, I I know typically we venture into like poetry or some interesting authoritative prose. Not today. Today we're gonna travel on much darker roads. And I chose this topic today because one of uh, my favorite folks out there that kind of have these conversations, Dwayne at Dry Creek Wrangler School, he just talked about a similar topic in a video he called "Keeping Your Sewage to Yourself." It's been one of my favorite videos that he's made so far. And this is why I really enjoy Dwayne, and again why I think you should find him on YouTube and subscribe to his channel. Speaking of subscribing to channels, uh, do me a favor and look around your screen there and find that subscribe button and subscribe here to Thorpe Creek. You can also check us out on all the socials at Thorpe Creek and hit the like buttons, hit the subscribe button, so you'll be able to take advantage of and see all of our coffee at the creeks when they come out. So Dwayne is sort of a muse to me, and in this video he got a little bit heated in this conversation, but it really got me thinking about how people use social media, kind of as a platform to espouse their negativity. And that's fine. I mean, you do you, but you got to reciprocate, man. You know. So let me read one to you here. No one needs a CCW. We have constitutional carry. I can and do carry everything anywhere I want, and no one can stop me. You're selling snake oil and you don't even know the laws. Accent for dramatic effect, right? So this was in response to an event that I scheduled here at Thorpe Creek for our Missouri CCW class. It's coming up in a couple of weeks, which by the way is 90% full. I think I have 2 spots left. I sure hope you don't carry everywhere because churches, schools, public transportation, courthouses, amusement parks, private property owners, just some examples, they can't prevent you from carrying a concealed weapon on the premises. Constitutional carry does not follow you when you leave Missouri. And other states' constitutions only apply to their residents. However, if you do have a Missouri CCW permit and the state you're traveling to and through has reciprocity, which most do, then your Missouri CCW permit covers you. Just to correct some of the language there. My beef with this is why would any 2A supporter, Second Amendment supporter, go around trying to tell people not to get a CCW? That is beyond my comprehension. So our CCW class is based on the NRA basic pistol certification. And it includes an abundance of really good firearms safety curriculum. I think anyone that owns a pistol should get a CCW, even if they don't plan to carry, right? Because it's your right. And I kind of look at it like voting. I think you should exercise it. Learning more about firearm safety, or hey, if you're a novice, that's okay. Take a CCW class. Take my CCW class. Not only do you come out with a CCW certificate, if you wanted to go get a permit, you could. But my CCW class includes a lot of good information about firearm safety. It's kind of a basic introduction to firearm safety and to pistol shooting. So why not? And if you're an expert, don't take the class. That's it. If you're not, well, take the class, right? Have that knowledge, get that experience, and it's not gonna hurt, right? And it's kind of one of those things where I like to say, why not? Why not? If it's something you want to do, go out there and do it, right? And you can register. I've got 2 spots, I think, left in my class. You can go to thorpecreek.com. On the left-hand side of the page, you'll see the events. Just look for Missouri CCW class and sign up, come to class. It's going to be a great time. This is one of my favorites. LOL. Sweaty rules, liberal tards. You can't tell me I have to pay fees. Plenty of places to go that no one will bother you, and you can shoot all you want, and no one knows. By the way, not my words. Somebody posted this. Their words, not mine. This was a comment on a post that we did about the new shotgun stand, which is nearly complete, will be available for members' use probably in April or May. But in that post, we invited people to come and take a tour of the facility and apply for membership. So this genius went on to explain that he goes to lots of public ranges and other public land. He shoots for free. You, sir, are the very reason that most of our members come here to Thorpe Creek. So I thank you for your comment. Now, I know it's just me, but I really do wonder why some people seek out opportunities to inject their own negative attitude into other people's lives. I go back to a quote that I like from Mark Twain. Better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. My response to these types of Facebook posts is very short and it's very easily understood. Learn to shut the up. I promise, if you take this advice, your lives and the lives of all those people around you will improve. Because you really should keep your sewage to yourself. That is the end of my rant today. You know, we've got more weather coming in, but we're going to have a great shoot this weekend. And if you're interested in what we're doing here at Thorpe Creek, if you want a place to practice your Second Amendment rights, maybe you've got some hunting rifles you need to sight in. Maybe you like shooting clays and you want somewhere you could go and enjoy that. Small facility, good people, that firearms training, background checks. If you're looking for something like that, check out thorpecreek.com. Hit the join now button. We'll call you up. We'll get you in for a tour. Until next time, thank you for joining me for Coffee on the Creek.